Hey Tonebase YouTube, Ben here. And I've never met a pianist who wasn't in some way inspired by Vladimir Horowitz.
And for me, it's just so singing, so penetrating, the sound is just so...
I've also never met a pianist who wasn't in some way inspired by Chopin's first Ballade. I'm here at the Gabriela Montero Piano Lab in Easton, Maryland, where I met up with two phenomenal young pianists and Horowitz groupies, Tony Yang and Aurelia Shimkus. And in this video, they'll be comparing Horowitz's interpretations of Chopin's first Ballade to the recorded performances of other great pianists of the 20th century. We chose 4 sections: the opening, the second theme, the crazy development, and of course, the coda. For each one, Tony and Aurelia will watch Horowitz play the passage first, before comparing it to versions from 2 other pianists. Okay, let's head down to the stage to meet Tony and Aurelia.
We have here Vladimir Horowitz from 1982, a live performance in London.
Okay, let's see.
I think.
He's moving his piano.
Well,
That's how is it even possible? He speaks and sings at the same time.
I remember actually watching your video of Maniacs, and he stated this thing where Horowitz kind of goes from one hand to the other in terms of emphasis.
He goes up here, da, 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 and then you'll notice there's more on the, da, 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 and as he goes down,
More on the right hand.
and this becomes, in the middle, he slightly changes the balance.
Nobody plays actually a triplet, and then the punctuation, and then he actually did it. And actually it's the case with so many places that Horowitz actually does the things that are written.
Yes.
But people don't do them usually.
Yes,
and then
exactly.
it sounds unusual.
That is actually so true as well. Yeah, where
Yeah, also there's accent. Let's see.
Yeah, he just, I don't know, he just plays with the color.
How about the first note?
Like, almost like sausage fingers and just, I don't know. There's just such a statement. There are some recordings, I think it was 1950 or something, he does, and then he quickly like pretends he did not play the bass note.
But it also says pesant, and nobody plays it quite pesant because it's just 2 voices and everybody's.
That's true, and people think it's Chopin and...
With the first note, he just takes your attention.
Okay.
We're so bad. I'm so bad at guessing pianists.
Cortot or Michelangeli?
That was Arthur Rubinstein, live,
Really?
1963.
Seriously?
Really?
Wow.
Wow, we're a disgrace.
Only because of the bass, you know.
You know, I think the thing with Rubinstein is people are so familiar with his recordings, which are so different in nature than his live performances,
Yeah,
I
that's so
assume.
true.
Compared to Horowitz, what, night and day, or what do you think?
Very
But different mood and different characters. maybe Horowitz has already more dimensions, radical dimensions, already at the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
But he maybe feels that this piece, you know, will be some bigger story, and he just
with
wants
Rubinstein.
to say, yeah.
Yes, yes,
Rubinstein,
yes.
It's like you feel like Rubinstein's about to tell a great story. Horowitz is about to maybe paint a beautiful image.
I would say that Horowitz is more from the first person and Rubinstein maybe more from the third person. When you are going through the adventure yourself, you actually have absolutely no idea what is out there, you know?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, that's someone like Martha.
This is Martha, yeah. The Carnegie. Now in a comparison with Horowitz, it's like more like with some pain, some inner pain, but not so much to the outside, but like very introverted.
Yeah, so dark and
She flows.
she always
And
has
then
this
she
motion,
The
this
first three,
urge
yeah,
to go.
the first three bars she
urge,
goes
yes.
up, and then she really puts like this, like really inside what was the before, you know, because before
and
she kind
even
of flows
this,
up, and
I mean,
then
she doesn't
puts it
do the
inside,
accent,
yeah.
but even this, she doesn't
In the
accent in a
phrase.
way that it's. She listens, always listens. She's
Yeah.
always listening, and I can just, being a huge Martha fan, I can just imagine when she's playing this, she's just looking up or something, you know.
It's a cliche, but and then she chooses to go to the B flat.
And it feels like that low D is never gonna come when Argerich plays it after the dissonant chord.
Yeah, it
The
keeps
next
you so
note.
still already,
the D,
It
yeah.
takes forever.
and then it goes, and it comes out of nowhere.
With pain. Yeah,
So
with
struggling.
kind of- yeah.
You can tell they're having a
Life
not a great
struggles.
time in life.
Really.
Oh. Wow. I mean, one way for me always to describe Horowitz is, for me personally, orgasmic. The way he, like, I don't know, tickles you. It's just.
He builds it, like it's not random, and then he does, you know, this. Then also this.
Something about
So
this.
he does basically these two basses, but they are like different and they're connected with each other. So it's just marvelous how he does it.
It feels like a gong whenever he plays the bass.
It's falling. So
Something. And then here, oh yes, of course. And he does something which I actually don't really hear of from other pianists. Yeah, he does
He's
that
able
middle
to-
line. But it's actually, the thing is actually, it's written.
Well, if Horowitz does it, now everybody's gonna do it.
So
I mean-
this is one of I think both of our favorite recordings of the first
Maybe,
ballade.
yeah,
I must say, it is by Alexei Sultanov at the age of 14.
But this is really one of these examples when a kid plays and it's just such a miracle. Maybe it can happen only when you're a child. Because there's something so natural.
But
in
it is
music
also so
making. It's
mature.
so-
This, for me, is one of my favorite sections that he plays. And it's so subtle, too, but... Yeah, he makes such... This chord, he feels so deeply. Also, the fact that actually the pitch is lower, it does make an impact, you know.
I think so. It's
I'm
also like
absolutely
making this,
in love.
like also the same voice.
Yes, he
Like
does.
Horowitz
He does
also.
make the same voice.
The same
yes.
voice, but also like much darker somehow. You know, so much
it's just
inside, another like frame or another space.
absolutely incredible.
Another-
Absolutely incredible. I want to say it's
Cortot.
I want to say it's Cortot.
After what?
I want to say it's Cortot, but what if we mess up again?
I'm quite sure it's Cortot.
Yeah, I think so. So.
Yeah. Nobody ever does this. It's definitely Cortot.
I hope.
It's definitely Cortot. Yeah. Nobody ever takes this pedal off here.
It's Cortot. Is it Cortot?
It's Cortot.
Of course,
Okay.
yeah, there's no doubt.
Okay. If it wasn't, then
No,
All right, show us
it's
what
kind of-
is he doing that's so different.
It's like as if he was speaking, actually, you know, as if he was saying some words to it, you know. Of course, it's not possible to. There's something inside he does. Which is so hard, actually, to replicate.
Looks rhetorical. is
Yeah,
what
very
you're saying.
rhetorical, yes.
It's
Very
all about-
rhetorical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you can immediately recognize it's him.
He speaks, he doesn't sing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, he
No,
speaks.
he speaks and sings as well.
He goes back and forth.
But
yeah.
yeah, the way he speaks is like
Yes.
so unique.
So this is
But
maybe
of
some.
course, he also
And-
sings.
And he's bringing out the inner voice, so maybe this is more common than we thought.
Yeah,
Yes, it
definitely.
is. I mean, but
Apparently,
is it
all
is
pianists.
this is this like a
1933, you know. so.
but for you, I mean, do you hear it so much these days?
No, I don't often hear it, but maybe it's something that great pianists figured out that distinguishes them.
And how to do it? Yeah, how
Yeah.
to do it convincingly.
If this video is giving you the urge to run to a piano and practice Chopin's First Ballade, but you don't really know how to play it, you're in luck. The Tonebase Piano Premium platform features an 80-minute lesson on the First Ballade taught by Garrick Olson, an hour-long workshop where Bob Durso schools me on some nasty passages in the middle of the piece, and there's even a video where Seymour Bernstein corrects your misinterpretation of the hairpin in the third bar. So when you're done with this video, you know where to go and what to do. Oh yeah, and there's even a bonus series where Maniacs and I sit around watching Horowitz together. Speaking of which...
Of course.
So much fire.
There's something about Horowitz. It's just you just
Yeah.
can't get in other performances. There's this sense of this his Horowitzian humor.
Ah, that's true. Yeah.
You know, there's something.
No.
Right, I got ahead.
Get it right. Yeah. Wait,
Okay.
how about Tony plays the waltz and then you do ya-da-da. Try it.
Something. The two Horowitzes. Yeah, he just no, well, not so
Drier,
much better. Am I recalling correctly? I don't know, something like that. I like how he actually goes to the ending. I like how he actually goes into that, because
really
most people.
combines the chords and
Yes, most interpretations you would hear it, even including myself sometimes. So I'm just like, but he really just goes ahead and goes for it.
yeah, absolutely, and he doesn't overdo this. Actually, he really makes the line here.
Yeah, it's like really like following that. Michelangeli.
Of course, yeah. Oh, the quality of the right hand legato.
Absolutely.
Legato.
I like actually how he doesn't take time there.
Yeah, he plays the other. Yeah, wow, the quality of the right hand legato.
Yeah, and
Ace
just
notes
it's,
legato, it's so amazing.
yeah, very sparkling, and very. Well, I like how he.
Legato, it's like
Yes,
like
those.
listening.
Those.
But
And
legato.
then how he doesn't take time.
Very straightforward legato.
Yeah, he continues this actually, which I really appreciate actually.
The opposite of Horowitz there.
Yes, the opposite of Horowitz, but I love both. I love both because they do it both so convincingly.
He managed to play actually electron, like legato. Like really legato.
Yeah, he really pays attention to this line. So it really arrives, and I think that's
He
absolutely
arrives
fair.
very convincingly. Also here.
Yes, the here, yeah. It was suddenly some sort of elevation in the mood, or some. You could feel it very
This was
abruptly. Revelation or something. How did you find this recording?
It was recommended to me by one Andrew Tyson.
Oh, of course.
Is he a fan of?
Oh yeah, he plays like this. And I mean that in the most endearing way possible.
And then.
But I really liked actually the way he did the scherzando, how he went into it.
No, he was actually.
Yeah.
What do you think in general of just this old free style of playing?
There's so much to learn actually, because there's so like the variety the uses in terms of sonorities and the techniques and everything is like so much is happening just in one bar in 1 second. It's like it's super interesting it definitely requires actually so much virtuosity and so much.
Virtuosity.
Also, it's not clean. It's maybe it's just funny and ridiculous. It can appear like this, but that's not the point, because they're actually listening to the intervals and everything. It's like everything is so much is happening like between the notes. And
the quality that I absolutely appreciate the most about this kind of playing is that it's just uninhibited and not constipated.
Yeah, it's just so free.
Yeah. So,
this was still connected so much with the composers and with the tradition back then.
So you're saying all other pianists are constipated?
Not necessarily, but
no, but nowadays there's this tendency to just
there is this kind of this formulaic tendency.
But I think also people back then, they were less afraid to be outsiders, kind of like we nowadays we want to start our career and we want to reach things, and then we feel the urge to actually fit in some competitions, fit in some kind of standards. But this was just so amazing to see that people were just so much more free.
You don't want to offend anybody, so your career, might take off. Whereas he wasn't trying to impress anybody. He was just sat down and played.
The time of his life and just actually enjoying and being happy doing what he was doing. I'm sure.
Requires so much courage to play dry this Coda.
Yeah, for sure. And the thing that I really actually did admire, which was very Horowitzian, I guess, he divided this. I cannot do it, but and he really went for it. He really went for it, and he did it with 2 hands. That's just such a Horowitzian ride. It's just like roller coaster. Just I'm here. Wow. And what was that?
That's Richter. Live in Prague.
He actually does something. The last 3 notes of this, he actually immediately goes in. He goes in with those last 3 notes. So usually people, and then he's, I don't know, something he does with the timing that's so subtle, but it makes you feel like actually this is actually connected to the next section rather than a stop, which I thought was very cool.
It sort of yanks you into the coda.
Yes.
There are some qualities that nobody does, like legato of the left hand, like these melodies. He really does like, and also too.
And then of course this actually, he does make a point of the accent in the right hand here. It's kind of this tribal dance vibe.
Argerich, right?
Yeah, for sure. No one else could do this.
Wow.
No. She's just such a force of nature, and she really takes you along. It's just
she has the capacity to actually bring it, and also all these voices and everything is just there, basically.
It's flying. It's
just flying, but everything is there. Like the melodies are so consistent. Also the left hand, the basses and everything.
It's a little bit of her signature, but she always goes ahead. You know what I mean? She always plays it earlier than
that's true.
Even if you feel like she will play it, you know, because it's so fast, she will play it even earlier.
How does she play so, like, just, you've seen her hands, technically, what is it about them acrobatically that can play that fast and yet controlled and beautiful at the same time?
Well, I think actually
she plays quite light.
She plays very light. That's something that I've discovered, is that she plays very, very light, and so when she actually really needs to give, she has the clear mind, and sometimes she has these. There are these like this. That it's in such an Argerichian way that she just it's with such an urge.
All right, so who's your favorite? Do you have any?
I mean, it's very stupid. Like, it depends. Also, changes, right?
It depends.
Really
it depends. And I must say, if we did this video, let's say even like 5 hours later, maybe we would have said completely different things.
That's so true.
And Tony, you're performing this tonight. Are you gonna pick up anything from this that you can incorporate?
Right now, I'm feeling quite inspired, and so yeah, maybe. But
you want to try a passage for us?
Shall I?